My, oh my. How you guys doing? This video is a bit overdue, but I needed to spend some time to talk about my opportunity of visiting Transformation Church. So I wanted to do this when the high of being over there in Tulsa, Oklahoma came down and gave myself some time to really collect my thoughts. And for all those, this video is to basically, I want to say, encapsulate how I feel, how I felt, and also things to look forward to if you are planning to visit Transformation Church in the near future, especially after this whole quarantine situation. Let's just start off that I was blessed with the opportunity of, during the Crazy Faith giving, that Pastor Mike, Pastor Natalie, the whole church brought me out for our grand opening weekend. And that was in February, I believe February 8th and 9th, out there in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And it was, let's just say, the hype and all the feelings and the emotions that I had when it was announced in December was real. Like, I was so energized. I was so ready to go. It was been on my heart. I couldn't get there. I couldn't save enough money. Things weren't just working out. And then when Pastor Mike said in the Crazy Faith giving that he was going to fly me out, I was floored, right, to say the least. So fast forward to getting out there. Let's just jump into it. The one thing I want to say to everybody, if and when you're going to get out to Tulsa, Oklahoma, just be prepared to be welcomed. Just be very prepared to feel like you're home. Be very, very open-minded to know that people actually care and people actually welcome you for being there. And I kid you not, like, I'm not trying to fluff. I mean, a lot of you guys know that I'm heavy in the Transformation Nation. I rep it. I love it. I love what Pastor Mike and Pastor Charles and Pastor Bree and all of the staff, everybody, whatever they're doing out there to bring people to transform their lives to Christ is amazing. And so when you get out there, just know this, that what I felt being part of the church, the first thing I can tell you is it's amazing to feel how welcome and how loving people are. Let's just get that off the bat. It's an amazing feeling to feel that you're part of this community. Like, you see how he preaches, you see all his sermons and how it makes you feel, but to be there and be present, and not just in front of him, but like the staff, the people who work there, the people who intern there, the people, like, they've done such a phenomenal job of pouring into one another's lives and pouring God's love into themselves and then into other people, that you can see from the top down, down, up, that everybody loves being there. And I can only imagine after this whole quarantine situation and the physical location is finally open, to see the doors be flooded with people who want, after all this time, now want to go visit. So I just want to say, be prepared to be welcomed. Be prepared to be full of energy. Be prepared to be poured on. And what I mean by that is I never knew how it would feel to have people actually pray over you, right? I've never encountered that before. And when I was there, I could feel the presence. I could feel why people love being there. I could feel the energy. Man, it's just so genuine. It's so authentic. It's so genuine. Like, you would think that there would be a time where, even when, let's say, like, people were stressed out because it is grand opening weekend, so much is going on. I mean, from the people coming in, people going out, from the DJ set, from the music going in, from even like the worship team, of practicing like 8 hours a day, preparing for everything. Even the store being flooded with so many people because everybody wants merch. Everybody wants that good merch that they have there. It's dope. I'd tell you that right now. But even from all that, meeting Pastor Mike, Pastor Charles, everybody, the staff, the intern, to see how people are so present and so willing to help and make you feel at home. Like I feel like they get it. I feel like the staff, I feel like everybody there understands that they're part of something so special. and that they know and recognize that there are people who are coming from other places, let alone the United States, but in the world, flying in to be part of this. And Transformation Nation is wild. It's incredible. It's an amazing feeling. When I was there for that weekend, I met people from Africa, from all over Europe, from all parts of the United States. Where else did I say? I think the Caribbean or the Caribbean. But it was just an amazing thing just to bump into people and feel as though none of us, from our different cultures and backgrounds and skin color, whatever, race, ethnicity, whatever you want, like, it didn't matter, right? It didn't matter because we were all there for a reason. And that was just to receive this love that God has. And through Pastor Mike, through all the different staff, through just interns, I mean, it was amazing. And to say the least, I mean, I know it was a special weekend. Everybody will say, oh, you went on during grand opening weekend. But talking to my brother Nick and my brother David, and these are guys that I've become friends with because of Transformation Church. They work there, they live there, they serve there, and we connected while I was there, and we still remain connected after this time. The energy that they say that they get is just amazing. And I just give kudos to Pastor Mike and his family on how they've set the tempo, and they've set the pulse on the type of church that they want to lead and the type of feelings. And it's just so much love and so much goodness in that building. It's an amazing thing. And I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would want to go back to Tulsa, Oklahoma. If you really think about it, like, I don't know much about Tulsa, Oklahoma, maybe about Tulsa ribs, because we have a rib company out here called Tulsa Ribs Company. But besides that, I don't know much about Tulsa, but I know Transformation Church is there. And lo and behold, that's like an iconic place now for people who are believers now wanting to go. Like, I've used this example before of, like, for Catholics, like, the Vatican's like the biggest thing, right? And everybody wants to get to the Vatican with the history and everything that's going on that has been there. Now it's like I feel as though what they've done there at Transformation Church is like the next location. There's the Vatican, there's Jerusalem, and like because of everything that's going on and how social media and YouTube and all the different sermons we've been able to just ingest and digest, people want to be there in the physical being. So I'm telling you this right now, when you go, just know that it's an amazing energy. The energy around it, it's amazing. Be prepared for just being loved on. Be prepared to being welcomed. Be prepared to just being part of something special, something really special. And again, kudos to top, down, up of how they spread the love and how they spread the joy. It's just an amazing feeling. I do want to touch upon, like, now afterwards, how it feels to be a couple months removed from such an amazing weekend. I'm just still driven. I'm driven even more so now to represent Christ, and because of what I've learned and because of what I gathered and what I got that weekend, I'm just not ashamed. I think that's the one thing that I was struggling with for the longest time, is being a believer and not really speaking, being open about it, but a little bit ashamed, and not even ashamed, but like just quiet about it. And I wasn't convicted, and I wasn't ready to come out and act upon what I feel as though God's doing to me. And more so now, I just feel so energized and so full of confidence and able to be, quote unquote, not ashamed and willing to just be out there spiritually and as a believer, and continuing to push Transformation Church and Transformation Nation. And it's just like, oh man, it's just an amazing feeling. I look forward to everybody who gets the chance to get out there, to really schedule time and get out there when the physical entity, the physical building is finally open. Be part of the worship, be part of a sermon, just be in the building. Grab yourself some merch, and just get ready for just a phenomenal feeling. Let's see. A lot of people were asking, like, how was it meeting, Pastor Mike and Pastor Nally and all that. I'll tell you this right now. What you get on YouTube and what you guys watch, that's who he is. Like, his energy is infectious. His delivery is infectious. His charismatic ways that's just who he is. He's very about the people. He's very welcoming. The one thing I would say that stood out about him to me was how dialed in he was. And when I mean dialed in, he understood, he understands, I think, the platform, but also he takes the time to really, it's not like disingenuous where it's like, oh, he's going to take a picture and, people are saying like, oh, Pastor Mike Ball. Like, he understands his platform, but he's so locked in and so focused when someone asks him questions and I saw this from a distance, even before I got to speak to him. Like, he's so dialed in with people and so wanting to know their story and so wanting to hear and actually attentively listen to what they're telling him and not just blow them off as some people I've met in the past where, it's like, yeah, you're big, you got this following and things like that. And yeah, you're busy and everybody understands that. But to see how dialed in he is to each person, I was thoroughly amazed. It was so refreshing to see someone with that much that big of a platform to be really locked in to each person that approached him, to each person that wanted to give him a hug, that they wanted to take a picture, that he's just so locked in on that. And I feel as though he doesn't take it for granted. So for all those who were asking me in the last few months about how it was to meet him, amazing. His wife, lovely and amazing also. And he just surrounds himself with just good people. And I think because of him being the leader and him being the way he is, there's a trickle-down effect, right? Because all the people I came across that weekend, I even met, Pastor Natalie's dad, and spoke with him for like 15, 20, 30 minutes and spoke with the captain, Pastor Mike's dad, spoke with Pastor Charles for a little bit and just felt the energy and just, again, the staff that were there and man, just the feeling that I got that everybody has out there is just amazing. So kudos to everybody out there. I had a few other questions I think people asked me. I'm just trying to think what it is. But I just want to say, if you're planning to make a trip out there to Transformation Church, please do so. Use this video as a recap. Just prepare to be poured on. Prepare to feel really energetic. Prepare to just be amazed about how wholesome the people are and how they're going to shower you with love. But again, don't have any expectations while you go out there. Like, don't expect things are going to happen to you. Just be present and just look around. Like, there were times where I had to stand there and just kind of like, wow, is this happening? Like, are people really smiling at each other? Are people really like loving on each other? Are people really in a circle of prayer praying? Like, dang, that's a trip. So I did want to leave with this one thing, leave you guys before I get off of this. What was amazing also is that during worship, so we had the sermon at the beginning and then the worship, people returned back for the worship at night. And I will never forget this. This is what made me wholeheartedly commit, surrender, be 100% in, is when we were worshiping and I looked in the crowd, right? And I'm looking around and I see people in their teens, the 20s, 30s, 40s, all the way to like 80-year-olds, right? All in the crowd. And then I looked at the different cultures, the different ethnicity. There was Black, white, Latino, sprinkle of Asians, because I don't think there's a lot of Asians in Tulsa, Oklahoma, but like all across the board, all over, right, the arena. And Pastor Mike said something in his intro video before he came out for the worship that got me so emotional. And he said, look around. This is what heaven's gonna look like. Yo, when he said that, and I was in the middle of looking around already, that right there secured me saying, I want that. If this is what heaven's gonna look like, I want in. I want to be a part of that. I want to be in that circle. And so that right there really brought me together, really got me like fired up, really got just my love for God and my following for Christ just on a new level. So I wanted to share that a little bit with you, you guys. I know, there's so many more stories. Please hit me up on my Instagram, DM me or email me. I can tell you guys more if you have personal questions that you want to ask and stuff like that. I know a lot of people were asking me questions, but I wanted to cover a little bit, since I have the time to do so, on if you're planning to visit Transformation Church, do so. It's an amazing thing to be part of. It's an amazing church, and I really hope that you guys make that plans to get yourself out there. So I'll leave you with that. I know this is kind of long-winded, but I wanted to share the amazing feeling that I got, the amazing feeling that I have now. And even a couple months removed, I just really encourage, as a believer, as a new believer, as an old believer, as someone who is just starting the journey, or someone that wants to introduce someone to Christ, go visit and just see how this all comes together. All right, so Transformation Nation, you already know we're going to keep rocking with this. I appreciate everybody here watching this video. If you have any thoughts, comments, concerns, questions, go ahead and comment below. Until next time, y'all, stay with me. I got some more stuff for you. Take care. Cheers.